You're with the Nasty Pastor, and I'm back with another reading, another chapter reading from out the Holy Bible, from out the book Moses. You hear me? Moses wrote. Come on, man. How everything going? How has your spirituality with your Maker going? Have you really, gotten to the point that you feel you have a covenant with whom you pray to, or you know you have a covenant with whom you pray to? Which one? Come on now, which one? I'm gonna say this to you, I'm on shaky grounds. You know what I mean? I'm just like Peter. I don't know if I should get out this boat and see if I can walk on water. You got what I'm saying? But every day I keep the faith. Every day I ask for strength. Every day, I try to push away I try to push the negativity out of my life and stay positive. You know what I mean? And I just, say this to you, life is hard. Life is a struggle. Life is what you make it. And life revolves. It revolves because it come right back around to you. But life get to the point, your decisions, your choices, your mistakes determines your tomorrow, determines your future. So it's time to, think first before your actions, become a reality. Look at every part of what you get ready to do. Okay, if I do that, what fruit come out of it? Okay, if I do it this way, how tomorrow gonna go? Okay, if I do it that way, man, yeah, that'd be asinine to do it that way. If you sit back and you think, if you sit back, look at every possible outcome, you may find the right solution to any problem you ever gonna go through. Anyway, please go to my YouTube channel at The Nasty Pastor. Like, share, subscribe, comment, run it up. Come on, man, it's education over there for you. Believe what I tell you. And one thing about it, ain't nothing but the truth over there. Yeah, the truth. Truth. The truth. Anyway, let's get into chapter 35 of Genesis. And the title is Jacob Returned to Bethel. Then God said to Jacob, arise, go up to Bethel and dwell there and make an altar there to God, who appeared to you when you fled from the face of Esau, your brother. And Jacob said to his household and to all who were with him, put away the foreign gods that are among you. Purify yourselves and change your garments. Then let us arise and go up to Bethel, and I will make an altar there to God, who answered me in the day of my distress and has been with me in the way which I have gone. So they gave Jacob all the foreign gods which were in their hands and the earrings which were in their ears, and Jacob hid them under the terebinth tree which was by Shechem. Now, this man said foreign gods, and they had them in their hands. You got what I'm saying? So it must have been, like little dolls. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand. I get foreign God because I understand how things was perceived back then. You know what I mean? But when you look at these documentaries of these old documentaries of our leaders, you know what I mean? They always said our God, my God. Like their God so different from the Roman God. Their God so different from the Greek God. Their God so different from the African, from the Asian. You understand what I'm saying, man? Look, it's one word. You understand what I'm saying? Many names. One word, many names. You get me? One word, many names. And when you think about the word God, you got what I'm saying? We have taken it. You know, we have taken it, we have ran with it, we have made it more into what this reality on this rock can show you. You feel what I'm saying? What this reality on this rock can show you. You got what I'm saying? I say I'm a God. I know I'm a God. I know I'm not the Almighty Supreme God. I know that. I'm a child of the Almighty Supreme God. You feel what I'm saying? You get it? I've been made in the image, just as you have been made in the image of God. So what I say to you is this right here, you know what I'm saying? We have read a lot in history. We have stood in a lot in history. We have laid our life down for a lot in history. And we didn't even have a mustard seed of faith for whom we pray to. You get me? When adversity came along, when the struggle came along, you went and did everything wrong that whom you pray to says a sin. You get me? That's why I say you didn't even have a mustard seed of faith. Anywho, let's get back into this chapter read. So they gave Jacob all the foreign gods which were in their hands and the earrings which were in their ears, and Jacob hid them under the terebinth tree which was by Shechem. And they journeyed, and the terror of God was upon the cities that were all around them, and they did not pursue the sons of Jacob. So Jacob came to Luz, that is Bethel, which is in the land of Canaan, he and all of the people who were with him. And he built an altar there and called the place El Bethel, because their God appeared to them when he fled from the face of his brother. Now Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, died, and she was buried below Bethel under the terebinth tree. So the name of it was called Allon Bachuth. Then God appeared to Jacob again when he came from Padan Aram and blessed him. And God said to him, your name is Jacob. Your name shall not be called Jacob anymore, but Israel shall be your name. So he called his name Israel. Also God said to him, I am God Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall proceed from you, and kings shall come from your body. The land which I gave Abraham and Isaac I give to you, and to your descendants after you I give this land. Then God went up from him in the place where he talked with him. So Jacob set up a pillar in the place where he talked with him, a pillar of stone, and he poured a drink offering on it. And he poured oil on it. And Jacob called the name of the place where God spoke with him Bethel. Now we get into another part of chapter 35, and it's verse 16, but the title is The Death of Rachel. Rachel labored in childbirth, and she had hard labor. Now it came to pass when she was in hard labor that the midwife said to her, do not fear, you will have this son also. And so it was as her soul was departing, for she died, that she called his name Ben-Onah. But his father called him Benjamin. So Rachel died and was buried on the way to Ephraim, that is Bethlehem. And Jacob set a pillar on her grave, which is the pillar of Rachel's grave to this day. Then Israel journeyed and pitched his tent beyond the tower of Ur. And it happened when Israel dwelt in that land that Reuben went and lay with the Bilhah, his father's concubine, and Israel heard about it. Alright, we about to wrap this up. Verse 23, the title is Jacob's 12 sons. Now the sons of Jacob were 12. The sons of Leah were Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, and Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. The sons of Rachel were Joseph and Benjamin. The sons of Bilhah, Rachel's maidservants, were Dan and Naphtali. And the sons of Zilpah, Leah's maidservants, was Gad and Asher. Then these were the sons of Jacob who were born to him in Padan Aram. Now we get ready to get into verse 27, and the title is Death of Isaac. Then Jacob came to his father Isaac at Mamre or Kirjath Arba, where Abraham and Isaac had dwelt. Now the days of Isaac were 180 years. So Isaac breathed his last and died, and was gathered to his people, being old and full of days. And his sons Esau and Jacob buried him. Well, that's the end of chapter 35. And notice, you know what I mean? Know that we have to make better decisions. You know what I mean? Know that some decisions don't have to be made overnight. Some decisions don't have to be made right now. Some decisions are to be held off so you can process it. Some decisions are to be held off so that after you process it, you can what that word I want to use. You can, just strike at it. You know what I mean? You could just hammer at it because you know what you're doing. You already thought about it. You already put the steps in your mind how to go about doing this. You get me? See, that's the beauty of patience. That's the beauty of knowing whom you pray to, knowing that patience is a virtue, knowing that whom you pray to don't want you to make mistakes. You feel what I'm saying? The Holy Bible, these are stories. These are people's journeys. They are tribulations. They are struggles. That's in this book. You feel me? That is in this book. Yeah, you got to filter the BS, but if you really, really, really understand the Holy Bible, if you really understand King James, then you should understand that there are many stories, not one story, there are many journeys in this book about your life. You got me? And if you really understand the soul of man, M-A-N, man, and when I say man, I'm talking about who? What genders I'm talking about? Woman, men, right? Right? If you really understand the soul of a man, you in this book. You're in this book. You probably was Peter during the days Peter was living. You probably was Judas during the days Judas was living. You understand me? So when I say this to you, I can look at you and figure you. I can. All I got to do is watch your actions. All I have to do is listen to what you say out your mouth. All I have to do is see if that anything you have said, anything you have done, match up, add up, coincide with each other. And when it don't, you already know what I'm going to do to you. You got it. You should know what I'm going to do to you. Real talk. I love arm distance. I love my personal space. Anyways, I just wrapped up another chapter reading from out of the book of Genesis, from out of the Holy Bible. And I just want to say to you this. Love yourself. Love your babies. Love your family unconditionally. And when I say unconditionally, that don't mean you have to go be boo-boo food. You got what I'm saying? Love your family unconditionally. I'm out. I love you. And please, go subscribe, go like, go share, and definitely comment.